it's Book Chick again, and I am here to do another unhaul. I believe this is part 3. There will likely be more videos about me unhauling books because I have a lot. This particular unhaul is actually books from my parents' house that I went through and was like, I picked out my favorites and decided what I wanted to bring to my own house and what I'm okay with. Nix is here with me. Kitty cat. Hi. What I'm okay with taking to half price. There's nothing wrong with these. They just simply aren't for me anymore. They're like children's books that like they were okay, but they didn't like I don't have like particularly like super fond memories of them. So I'm okay with parting with them. There are a few adult books and teen books in here as well, or YA books. But for the most part, these are like children's books. Nix is climbing on my laptop. Hi. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do that, if you would go ahead and hit like and subscribe, that would be super awesome. About 50% of my viewers are not subscribed, so go ahead and double check that you are if you're seeing this. That would be super great. Kitty. She's mad because I've put shelves or put books on top of the shelf and she usually hangs out up there. I can't believe that. Yeah. They're really heavy books. I hope she doesn't knock me down on my head. But anyways, we'll get started. Um, Hopefully my cat doesn't break anything. Let's go. So this is the first book. This isn't in any particular order. It's just literally the first book on the top of the pile. So this is Eager by Helen Fox. This is a yearling book. Y'all remember yearling? I'm not gonna read the synopsises of all of these because these videos will be forever long if I do that. So basically, it is the end of the 21st century. The Technocrats rule. Robots take care of humans. Every need. Your house watches you, knows your secrets, and talks to you. And your closest friend can be a machine. This sounds like life today. Like, I have an Alexa. We talk to her all the time. Helen Fox, you predicted something. Weird. Good for you. This next book, I have something to show you. I had a pirate obsession. I blame it on Treasure Island and like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I had a pirate obsession and like nautical obsession for a while. So the next book is The Ghost Ship by, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to say this wrong. Dietlog Reiche? Sorry, this is a scholastic book, but basically this is about a girl named Vicky who lives in like a seaside town. She has to work tables at her dad's like restaurant that he owns, but then the bay goes dry and this ship appears and it becomes like a huge deal because everyone wants on the ship. Everyone wants to know like what is on the ship, if anything important is on the ship, is there treasure, all that good stuff. This is probably like 4th or 5th grade. Next book. Guess what? It's about pirates. I bet you anything. It's called Victory by Susan Cooper. Wasn't Susan Cooper the one who wrote never mind. Anyway, this is about a farm boy. He is kidnapped to serve on the HMS Victory with Lord Nelson. And it is 1805. Molly Jennings is a 21st century English girl transplanted to the United States by her stepfather's job, who's fighting her own battle against loss and loneliness. Why does somebody always gotta die? Two lives that couldn't be more different, 200 years apart, are linked to a tiny scrap of fraying cloth tucked into an old book. It draws Molly into Sam's world, to a moment in time that changed history, a frightening shared moment that holds the key to secrets past and hope for the future. Also had an obsession with time traveling, so this makes perfect sense why it was on my shelf. The next book is Shivas Fire by Suzanne Fisher Staples. Apparently, she's the author of the book. Again, I'm gonna say this wrong. Shabanu. So from her childhood, Parvati is known in her village for the extraordinary events that seem to spring from her dancing feet. Again, makes sense. I was a dancer. At which set her family apart. One day, a great guru and master of Indian classical dance comes to see Parvati, and he invites her to study with him. She commits herself to a rigorous program of dance study and devotion. Then she meets a gentle-eyed boy who turns her life upside down, and she learns that destiny can be an elusive thing. There's always got to be a boy, too. What's up with that? Again, probably 4th or 5th grade. This is one of the Children of the Lamp books, the Akinaten Adventure. Again, a scholastic book. I think this is book 1. I bought it. I think I read it. I don't know. I don't remember it very well, so it didn't leave like a super lasting impression on me. But I think this came out about the time that the Magic Tree House like books really like took off, you know? Like right before like Magic Tree House, but right before like Percy Jackson. So they're twins. Magic Tree House, like very similar. So they're twins, and one day they discover themselves to be descended from a long line of jinn. So basically, jinn are genies, and they obviously grant wishes and travel to like extraordinary places. They meet people. They make people and objects disappear, but luckily, and luck does have something to do with it. The twins are introduced to their eccentric jinn uncle Nimrod. So, I mean, this is a cute book. I'm sure it was cute. I don't remember it. So, like, and I remember a lot of the books that I read as a kid. But the spine isn't even cracked. So maybe I didn't read this. But if I did, it didn't leave a lasting impression. So it can go. Next book. Again, vampire obsession. Also pirate obsession. So that brings us to Vampirates. Yes, Vampirates. This is by Justin Somper. I have a feeling I also bought it because it says it has a free bookmark inside. The bookmark is gone. I know myself. The bookmark helped make the decision. But basically these are like seafaring vampire pirates. I think I was also flipping through it, and like it did have some really cool like sea shanties, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, so again, twins. There's always twins. Like the tropes in these were so predictable. And like children's books when I was a kid, there were always twins. There was always a boy. Like, yeah. So twins Connor and Grace never dreamed that there was any truth to the vampirates' shanty their father sang to them before he died, but that was before the two were shipwrecked and separated from each other. For Connor, who is taken aboard a pirate ship, there's the chance to learn to sword fight, but for Grace, aboard a mysterious ship of vampire pirates, the danger is great. The twins want to find each other more than anything, but their time is limited and they're an ocean apart. Is the bookmark still in here? What do you know? Oh, that's not the same bookmark. Different bookmark. Keeping it though. But yeah, so it can go because I've outgrown it. That sounds kind of silly to my adult brain, but maybe someone will like it. So these, or wait, there's one teen book left in the box. I can dig it out. It's a tight fit. So this is a teen book. It's Don't Expect Magic by Kathy McCollough. Seems cute. Not super long. But basically, Delaney Collins doesn't believe in fairy tales, and why should she? Her mom is dead, her best friend is across the country, and she's stuck in California. We've read this story a million times. But her, with Dr. Frank, her famous coach-like father of a man she barely knows, happily ever after, yeah, right, he tells her that he's a fairy godmother, and he can prove it. Interesting. Wasn't there a movie similar to this a while back? Yeah, cute. Maybe someone would enjoy it. It's in great condition, but I've outgrown it, so it can go. So the next books are adult fiction and nonfiction. So this one is Salvation in Death by J.D. Robb. I think I tried to read it, I just couldn't get into it, so it's gonna go. This is like a best-selling author. I just couldn't get into it. Oh, but it's 2060. There's cutting-edge investigative tools that can help catch a killer, but there are some questions even the most advanced technologies cannot answer. At the most solemn moment of a Catholic funeral mass, the priest brings the chalice to his lips. Seconds later, he's dead on the altar. Sounds interesting, but I'm pretty sure I tried to read this and I just didn't care for it. But someone else might enjoy it. It's in great condition, so it's going to half price. Next, I think someone gave me, or actually, we'll talk about these first. So next is the Morganville Vampires. I think I read like the first book, and I think I bought this first because it sounded interesting, but then I realized it was volume 2, so I ran out and bought like the first book because I think there are 2 books in this book. So I ran out and bought the very first book, and it was okay, but like I had read better like vampire books at that point. Obviously, this is about vampires. This was like, right around the time that Twilight was a huge thing. Hi, Nix. And I had a lot of vampire books on my shelves, still do. But this just, it was alright, but it wasn't like earth shaking, so it can go. Next is No Time Like Showtime by Michael Howe, I think. It is a Hermux Tantamok adventure. I think that's how you say that. It seems like someone wants to shut down the theater. Hermux is in the spotlight again, and when he gets an urgent plea for help from Fluster Varmint, the most famous mouse in show business, it seems as if someone wants to put Varmint's lights out. Hermux dives into the mystery head first, but quickly discovers the difficulty finding the culprit in a theater full of people putting on an act. Sounds interesting. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here because I still have a lot more books left. So I don't want to have to split this in half. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. That would be really, really awesome. It really helps me out. But I'll see you again. There's about to be another unhaul, so you'll see me in the same outfit. See ya.